In the race for the White House, with 72 days before voters pick their new president, email revelations are threatening to overtake Hillary Clinton's campaign as new poll numbers show Trump closing in on Clinton's lead. There could be another email surprise for Clinton come October. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is vowing to release, quote, significant Clinton documents before the general election, saying that it could be an election game changer. Clinton is also under fire for her family's foundation and her failure to address the problem. An AP report found more than half of the non-government officials who met with the former Secretary of State gave money to the Clinton Foundation. As for Donald Trump, he seems to be wavering on his strong stance on immigration. The Trump campaign says the candidate is evolving or he is pivoting or softening, but others say it's a flat-out flip-flop. The race for the White House is our topic this half hour, and we want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page and Twitter. Just use the hashtag Fox26 for life. Joining us live in the newsroom, our panel led by our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico, Democratic media consultant Mustafa Tamiz, and Republican strategist and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. What a week again in politics on the campaign trail. Where do we begin?
I'll start with Hillary Clinton. This is I've said it before, this craziest election I've ever seen in all the years I've followed politics. And Hillary Clinton's got these problems that she just can't get rid of. And really the primary one is the email and the Clinton Foundation. And I've read some analysis this week, Mustafa, that it's her failure to address these issues, and I agree, her failure to address these issues in a timely fashion that leaves her less than 2 months from the election still dealing with this problem. And the Clinton Foundation primarily, had she come out years ago, done this right, these issues would have been behind her, wouldn't it?
Look, I don't think so. I think that for the past 25 years, she's been a public figure, and she's had a loyal opposition that's gone after her for everything under the sun. The Clinton Foundation has done great work around the world, lifting people out of poverty, improving education, a whole host of things, run by the former president of the United States. I think people forget that. People just make it out it's about the State Department. But Bill Clinton was running, and he was a former president. Every former president has a foundation, and they do philanthropic work out of. So I think it's unfair. And the AP report, I think AP should get 4 Pinocchios for what they wrote. 153 people seeing any Secretary of State, including Hillary Clinton, seeing over 1,000 people. So it's an unfair number.
The AP reported that there was a high number of foundation donors that she met with. Hillary Clinton came out and said this is completely unfair. They left out 1,700 elected or world leaders that I met with. You add them back in, this is negligible.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton herself has said that if she is elected president, that she will have to change some rules with her interaction with the foundation. So she has acknowledged that there are conflicts of interest. She should have acknowledged that when she was senator. She's been a public figure, as Mustafa has said, for 25 years. So if there's going to be a conflict when she's president, why wasn't there a conflict when she was senator and she was serving on the Armed Forces Committee? Why wasn't there a conflict when she was our top diplomat? One of the reports, and it was Fox News and AP, they said that 50% of her donors had access to her for various reasons, making certain requests from the State Department. There was over 150 emails and messages in exchange from her top chief of staff and the executive director of the foundation. So the fact that Hillary herself has said that there will be conflicts when she's president lets us know that there are conflicts right now.
Let's go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media. Sally?
There
we go.
Okay, let's get to those right now, guys, as we have tweets coming in. We wanted to get everybody in here. First, we're going to go to this one from Trader Life. It says, either I can live with her deleted emails or die with you having the nuclear codes, that he uses the hashtag Never Trump. I'm with her. And Talk to Tia Now says, both parties are saying the same thing in 2 different perspectives. When do we stop pointing fingers and work? This one, Trump on fire at the moment. Hillary Rodham Clinton occupied with emails, hiding from the press. Only a rigged election will save her.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, I completely disagree with this rigged election talk, and that's just rhetoric that we never should get involved in because it demeans the entire country and the entire process. I want to talk about what I've been calling Trump 2.0. You like that, don't you? the Trump campaign completely, they call it a pivot or he's evolving or whatever. I remember when John Kerry pivoted or evolved, the Republicans blasted him, said he's just nothing but a flip-flopper and used that against him. Are they ready now to say that John Kerry was just pivoting and evolving?
Well, look, I think the most insightful thing that was said during the Republican primary was by Marco Rubio. And Marco Rubio called Donald Trump a con man. And I think that the characteristics on how he operates, I agree completely with Marco Rubio, because Trump takes a lie, puts a little bit of truth to make it sound more offensive. So I agree with Marco Rubio. He's a con man.
We got less than a minute. Why isn't what he did this week on immigration nothing but a complete flip-flop?
Because we've all acknowledged that the kind of campaign that you run in a primary is completely different than the kind of campaign you run in a general. Mustafa has said that several times, and I do agree with that. He has brought immigration to the forefront when he first started. He still continues to bring immigration. He's correct. There are laws in place that we are not enforcing, and that is the first thing that he wants to do if he's elected president. He's been very steadfast in saying that. So the fact that he's running a different campaign in the general than he did in the primary is something that all officials do. We've seen Hillary do quite a few of flip-flopping on issues, but that's what happens whenever you run a general campaign.
All right, we're going to have to leave it right there. That's all the time we have this week. We could have gone an hour on this, but we are out of time, so we're going to leave it right there. We'll be back next week, wrapping up the hottest stories of the week.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, guys.